Hi everyone, welcome back to VMware vSphere 9 full course series. So in today's video, we are going to cover one of the most critical and real world feature used in every production environment, which is high availability, also known as a HA. So this is not a theoretical session. In this video, we are going to configure HA advanced setting and perform a real host failure simulation in my lab. So you can clearly see how VMware handles the failure situations automatically in the VMware environment if you have everything configured correctly. So the prerequisites which we have configured till now, we have created one cluster with 3 node ESXi hosts. So ESXi host 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to simulate a host 2 failure in our production environment. And we have also configured in last videos vMotion network. So vMotion is the one of the critical prerequisites, so you should have always vMotion traffic and network configured to allow virtual machines migrate from one host to another host. So key benefit of having the high availability and in place high availability with zero manual effort, automatically VMs going to restart on healthy host, and minimum downtime and maintenance service. So this is what we are going to do. So I have few virtual machines, so let me before go to demo, let's understand something which is critical to understand as a concept. So what is HA? So HA is HA basically high availability ensures that if ESXi host fails, the virtual machines running on the hosts are automatically restarted on other hosts in the cluster. So how HA works: all hosts in cluster communicate via management network. Uh, so heartbeats are going to be transferred from management network, and one host become a master, other become slave. So one is going to be primary and all other hosts are going to be secondary. So master monitor the health of all the hosts, and if host failures, master detect the host failure and restart VMs on other available hosts. So key point to understand: HA does not prevent failure, but it minimizes the downtime by restarting the virtual machine quickly on the available healthy nodes in the cluster. So let's understand the real life example. So imagine a banking application running on a virtual machine. If physical host crashes, without HA, application will go down, VMs will go down, and with HA, VMs automatically going to restart on other host within a minute, so business can continue. So benefit of HA, basically automatic VM restart, reduced downtime, no manual intervention, and critical for production workload, and improved SLA compliance overall for infrastructure. So this is my environment which we have deployed throughout this course. So I got two Windows server. One is Active Directory and DNS server. One we are using ISKC as a ISKC target server, and I got 3 ESXi host, which is having the shared storage coming from this ISKC host, and I got my vCenter server up and running. So let me go and show you the lab. So this is lab. So I got 3 ESXi host here, and my storage server which has storage present to my all ESXi nodes, and this is my Active Directory domain and domain controller and DNS server. If I show you, Win2K25 DC01 and Active Directory and DNS is running on this machine, and I have deployed this vCenter server appliance in my ESXi host. So this is my vCenter server appliance. So I'll go ahead and close this. So now if you see here, we got one cluster created. So this is my cluster. So cluster details, it got a total 12 cores and 7 virtual machine migration till now done. So capacity, you can see we got 3 hosts in part of this cluster. So in the summary, you will be able to verify we are getting total 128 gig of memory capacity, and this is the capacity of basically storage. And we got 4 virtual machine as of now in this cluster. So now you can see the cluster health is healthy, and cluster services mode is system managed. So this is good. Now if you come here, you will see how much our reservation is done for VMware HA. Always reserve some do some reservation for the CPU and memory. So you can see 33% CPU and memory is going to be basically reserved for HA, and protective HA is not enabled as of now. We will do it in later videos. And it is monitoring, host monitoring is enabled, and VM monitor is enabled. So now if I go to configure, Basically, let's go to monitor, and if I go here, you will be able to see a summary of the our VMware vSphere HA. So summary, two hosts are connected to primary. So if I go here, so you can see two hosts are connected and protected virtual machines are two. So now if I go to host, you will be able to see I got one primary host which is running primary. Host number 01 is primary, and host 2 and 3 is my secondary machine. So that's what it is telling. So we got two hosts basically connected to primary, and these all the details you have: host failure, none. So rest everything is 0. So now if you go and advance runtime information, you can see cluster total memory 128 gig, and failover capacity memory is 33, which is 42 GB approx. Total cluster CPU and what is reserved. So failover resource auto consumption is on. So now if I go you and show you, this is the protected VM. So now if I go to VMs, you will be able to see these two VMs are basically my actual workload, which is protected by HA. So if I click one of the virtual machine, you should be able to see here basically VMware vSphere HA. So VMware HA protection is protected, and protected HA is going to be disabled. Host failure, on the host failure it is going to restart the virtual machine. Host isolation is disabled. If it has a permanent data loss for Datastore device loss, so it will power off the virtual machine and restart Datastore. So these are the some advanced settings. So now let me go and simulate the host failure. So this is our host failure which I am going to simulate in this video. So I'm going to move this virtual machine. Let's verify where this virtual machine is running. So you can see this is running on host 3. So I'll go ahead and first migrate this to host 2. So migrate virtual machine and compute resource only, and I'll go ahead and migrate to host, and then I'll go and simulate the failure. So done. Now this should be migrated to host 2 soon. So 33% is already done. So I just wanted to show you if your migration is working, then only HA will work in production infrastructure. So you should make sure your HA migration traffic is configured and vMotion is correctly configured on across your all ESXi hosts, which is part of cluster. So in last video we have deployed this vMotion basically through our distributed switch, prod D switch. So if you want to see how to configure and deploy productions basically distributed switch and management and VM traffic and vMotion via distributed switch, you can go and watch that video. And now you can see this virtual machine is now moved to host number 2. So this is good. Now we are going to simulate the host failure. So I'll go on host 2 and I'll go directly and just power of the host. So let me go ahead and power of ESXi 02. So now soon this this will going to be detected by our master primary node that the host is basically not available. So now I have started ping for this virtual machine. So you can see this ping is happening to this virtual machine, and as soon as virtual machine host goes down, the virtual machine is now down. You can see it's not responding on the network, and now you can see the host 2 is detected as a failure. So you can say the vSphere HA host status is going to be detected as failed. So HA detected the possible host failure for this host. So this is good. Now if I go here and you can see the status host failure, and now if I go to monitor and HA summary, so now you can see the hosts are not connected to primary is 1 and host failure status is 1. So one host got failed. So this is good. Now you can see this virtual machine is going to be restarted on some other node. So if I show you, now you can see this virtual machine is assigned to host number 3. So this is good. Now let's verify the virtual machine is rebooting or not. So you can see virtual machine is getting reboot. So now the machine is rebooted. Now if I go and show you, you can see the machine is automatically recovered and now it's available on the network. So you can see from here to this place the virtual machine is not available due to host failure. So approx 1 or 2 minutes it took to restart the virtual machine on other node. So this is good. So this is how HA works in production infrastructure. And now you can see the host is failed. So now I'll go ahead and power on the host and see what happens. So I'll go ahead and power on. So as soon as this host is going to be powered on, it will HA is again going to detect that host is available now, and it will show you inside the configuration that the host is basically available. So soon this will become hosts are not connected to primary is 1, will go and add it to a host is connected to primary to 2. So it will make this is once this host is responding on the network through management traffic. So now while this is happening, let's go and discuss something important. So if you go to configure and high availability, you will see here a few options like admission control, data store for heart beating, and advanced option if you go. So these are the options. So let me click on edit. So now you can see the options. So let me discuss one of all these options in detail. So at the HA advanced setting deep dive, you can understand the administration. The first part which we should understand is the administration control. So this basically ensure the enough resource and reservation for the failover, and type is cluster resource percentage, slot policy, or dedicated failover host. So if example, if 24 or 5% reservation is done, cluster always keep capacity for failure. So let's say in our environment, if you have 4 nodes, then it will going to detect maybe one host failure, so it will be 25%. For my environment, it is we have 3 node cluster. So if I go and show you, it has basically 33% reservation done. Here you can see. So this is done via basically administration control. So now if I show you here, if I click edit and go to administration control, you can see the host host failure cluster tolerance is set to 1, and due to one setup we have 3 node cluster, so approx 33% is going to be reserved. So this is what it is. And now you can, if you want to change, you can change it to slot policy or dedicated host failure, and all these things available if you want to configure. So this is how you can do advanced setting here. And now next thing is basically host monitoring. So if I go again, you should be able to see host monitoring. So restart. So inside the host monitoring, you can configure what it will do. So if you want to if the host is failure, then it will restart the virtual machine, which is recommended to be configured. And then we have options to VM monitoring, also database heart beating, and restart policy and isolation response. So let's review one by one. So host isolation is disabled. So if you want, you can go ahead and configure if the host is isolated, the power off and restart virtual machine, shut down and restart virtual machine. So depending on that you can do, but this is the default setting. If you enable the cluster HA in a cluster, the host isolation is by default is going to be disabled. So that's fine. If the host is not be able to communicate via management network, it will not restart the virtual machines and all. And data store with the permanent data store loss, power off and restart the virtual machine. And data store with all path down. So if you see here all path down, then it's basically going to power of the virtual machine and restart virtual machine. So these are the settings. And VM monitoring, currently it's disabled. If you want, you can enable the VM monitoring also. So VM monitoring reset the monitoring reset the individual VMs if the VM tools is tools heartbeat or not receiving within the set time. Application monitoring set reset the individual virtual machine guest heartbeat and not receive for the specific time. So if you want to basically monitor the VM based on the heartbeat which is coming from VMware tools, you can do that also. But this is what is it is has the basically a default configuration. So pretty much if you have configured your infrastructure this way, it is going definitely going HA is going to work perfectly fine. But if you want to have a specific configuration for, let's say, for VM monitoring or response for host isolation, you can configure it. And we already discussed administration control, you can configure from here. Heartbeat, you can configure heartbeat. Data store, you can configure from your selected database, whatever data store, whatever is available. So, and the advanced options also we are going to see in some upcoming video. So now host 2 is back, so you can see now it's responding. So now if I go again to host, you can see this is connected and connected secondary. Now if I go to monitor and host summary, you should be able to see host connected to primaries too. So everything is good. Now if I see virtual machine is running, but the virtual machine will not come back to uh, host number 2 by default. So since it is moved to during the HA, it moves to host number 3, so it will continue to running from host number 3 until unless you manually migrate the virtual machine, or if you have a DRS, then DRS will trigger the migrations if required as per DRS configuration. So that's what DRS configuration we are going to see in next video. So in this session we have covered a complete HA concept, advanced HA configuration, step-by-step lab setup, and real host failure simulation. So this is one of the most important features to ensure the high availability and reliability of your VMware infrastructure or environment. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.